In this video, we have Joe Rogan and Tori talking about post-election chaos. All right, very, very interesting topic here. You know the election is coming up. Drop in the comment section who you voting for. I am very curious, even though I have a feeling I already know. But without further ado, we get right to it. Let's ride.
Nice. Corporate interference and big business and big government. They used to fear that. They used to fear all that stuff, and now they're all in on it.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah, and for me, I'm a huge, First Amendment is so important, right? That's, if you don't have that, you don't have anything.
Well, you don't have a job.
Yeah.
Without it.
Right.
I don't either.
No, of course. I would be in jail a long time ago.
Think about what they're putting people in jail for in England. Just posting things on Facebook.
But I get shit from both sides for depending on what I'm defending in terms of the something being constitutional. I mean, obviously with the left, it's like, what also what was crazy to me is a lot of the same people were the Trump is Hitler people were also the hate speech laws people.
Right.
Which is like, how can you think this government that's led by Hitler should be in control of what you can and can't say? That doesn't make sense to me. But sometimes I also, flag burning has to be constitutional. Because you have to be able to like buy a flag, and if you can't burn a flag you bought, like, come on, like that's government protest. You have to be able to do that. I don't like it. I would never do it, but you shouldn't put people in jail for it.
Yeah, Trump said he wants to put people in jail for a year.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, dude. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, he got shot. He looked awesome when he got shot. I mean, if I got shot, I would not look that cool.
Right.
Fist pumping.
Like, fight.
No, I'd be like,
pretty gangster.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
When he got shot, I was like, oh, that he won. I really thought after he got shot, I was like, he just won the election.
Well, I think they did too. That's why they shuffled Biden out and put Kamala
Yeah, I think
in.
so too.
Yeah, and they're like, let's just gaslight these motherfuckers.
And let's be honest, that was definitely the case. I was about to say the case. The case, right? That was definitely the case. The moment that they saw that, it was pretty much wraps. It was a wraps. But hey, let me know what you think. Maybe I'm wrong. Back to the video.
Into a coma and push this through.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Because
100%. If they had a full year of Kamala versus Trump, like a full year of her running and doing interviews, we'd have a much
and
more
talking.
Yeah. We'd have a much more balanced understanding of who she is and how this is going to look and what's going to be like if she becomes president.
Absolutely.
Because right now people are just riding on gas. They're just fucking, they're fucking riding on gas.
But it's so powerful, and you can see it. Everybody's in on her. That's really powerful. People are excited about her. Alexa's in on her.
That Alexa thing's crazy.
Pop culture, everyone's in on it, and it's also, we're in this. I hate election years because it's just like, if you don't vote for blank, this whole country is gonna go down. Like, but both sides say it, so it's just like, it's no. Whoever wins, it's gonna be shitty and just in different ways, and maybe some of the same ways. It's just not.
What do you think would be the shittiest? Like, not in terms of for the country, but in terms of people's reaction. Do you think more violence will take place if Trump gets in office, or more violence will take place if Kamala gets in office? Because I anticipate there's going to be some craziness after the election.
Of course.
Once someone decides, whoever someone is, whoever's president, whenever it gets decided, there's going to be some madness.
Yeah.
There's going to be some real madness. And I get scared of that kind of stuff too, because I know that a lot of times when people do that, they think they're making a point. But boy, if you're against government control, those kind of like real angry riots and protests are an amazing opportunity for them to clamp down on your rights.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. When that happens, it's like, okay, well then we need to federalize police and this and that. It's like, it's crazy. I really do. I am concerned about it for the same reasons. Absolutely. And it's going to be bad no matter what, in terms of the reaction of the other side. I mean, people, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm like, I can't wait for this election to be over, and then I'm like, oh, it's going to be even worse.
Yeah, it probably will. I mean, especially if you believe the conspiracy theories that some of that stuff is funded. Like, some of that stuff is organized. Some protests and riots, they seem to be organized, right? And I'm not going to be a conspiracy theorist, but there is a thing called an agent provocateur. It's always existed. And they send people in to disrupt protests and turn them violent and make things chaotic. That's always been the case, especially if they want to push a very specific agenda that, the people are fed up and they're angry. And so remember when the George Floyd riots were going on and they'd find pallets of bricks just laying around?
Yeah, well, that was crazy because
Did anybody ever? Some people had like reasons for certain bricks being in places.
Yeah.
But there was a few of them where they're like, people just said that they just got dropped off there. And that's exactly where everything popped off. Like, what? Why are there pallets of bricks? There's never just pallets of bricks laying around.
No, I have no. Yeah, I have no idea.
But if you were going to organize a riot, wouldn't you just leave some bricks?
I'd bring some bricks.
I'd leave some bricks.
For my riot, yeah.
If I was like, look, this is what we're going to do. We're organizing. We're spending all this money to get these college kids to invest in this. Then we're going to bring in Antifa, and they're going to go crazy. And we're handing out masks. And
yeah, but they were, if I remember correctly, they were looting a lot. I mean, small businesses, big businesses too. I'm not going to say they weren't doing it to big businesses. Absolutely. The Gucci store got looted, the Louis store, all of these, bigger companies, but a lot of small businesses too. And honestly, it really hurt to see a lot of the small businesses have to go through that, seriously. And I remember that specifically, but I didn't know about this brick thing. That's actually pretty interesting. But yeah, back to the video.
And then we're going to leave bricks around.
And I also think it's sad because I think that there were definitely legitimate points to be made and are about criminal justice, I think.
Sure.
But boy, was that handled the war. I mean, so they go from that to people setting buildings on fire, and then CNN doing the, mostly fiery but mostly peaceful with the famous. It's like, come on, you don't got to defend that.
Right.
Like nobody, like people, you look ridiculous.
Exactly.
But then it got completely bungled. And so in the name of criminal justice reform, now it's like people who are actual violent criminals can be allowed out easier. Nobody wanted that.
Right.
So then now the pendulum's going to swing in the other direction where, it's going to be even more law and order, and it's going to be, like you said, it's going to be rights at stake, civil liberties at stake, which is what this was supposed to be all about to begin with.
Well, this is the ultimate goal of, I mean, again, I'm not saying this is happening, but this would be the ultimate goal of a communist dictatorship. You cause chaos, you step in to stop the chaos, you install new rules to make sure that there's no more chaos anymore, you protect people, cause a problem, you bring up a solution, that solution allows you to gain more control, and you just keep doing it. You keep doing it until you have ultimate control over the people.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's happening either, but in general,
it's moving that way.
In general, the fear is used by the government a lot.
Right.
It's really, I mean, even going back to talking about war and national security, and we need to do this. Next thing you know, I mean, look at the Patriot Act.
Yeah.
I mean, people were like, you have to be able to protect you, doing this, banning TikTok, all these things, and you look into what they're really doing and the power that it would really give them. It's like, oh, this isn't about really just banning TikTok.
What did Kamala Harris say recently about Elon Musk and Twitter having to follow the same rules as Facebook?
Yeah, what did she say? Yeah, what did she, I don't know. I didn't hear. What did she say? It was something.
Something about how Elon's going to have to follow the same rules
like says
as Facebook.
Who? That's so
well, first of all,
what rules? Yeah.
Hey, and also, didn't Mark Zuckerberg just come out with a statement saying that he regretted giving in to the government's request to take down COVID-19 information?
Yeah.
And then the
Hunter
Biden laptop story. He just came out.
Yeah, 100% he did, right? Because that's not actually free speech. That's censorship. By the way, that's not the only reason why Elon's pushing for Trump, but obviously it's a part of it. But, that's literally one of the only free speech platforms left that's actually significantly large, right? That has a significant impact, right? The fact that she would want to do that. Look, I have no idea why anybody would want that. I get it. Ultimately, the reasons why people want her in are strong enough to have that not matter as much, which to me is crazy, which is why I believe Elon put up a site where, I could be wrong, but like it's just the Constitution and you sign it just saying, yes, I agree with the because like I feel like we're moving away from that, honestly, right? With the new administration, personally. I mean, listen to this, right? Listen to what Zuck said, right? He regrets it. By the way, I haven't verified that, right? But I'm going to take Joe's word on that. Joe wouldn't lie. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. But back to the video.
Well, like there was a big statement.
Yeah.
Because for a lot of people, they were really furious about it. Claim. A video clip portrays Harris saying that she will shut down X. I don't think she said she would shut it down. If she wins the 2024 presidential election and Musk has lost his privileges, the fact that's false. Harris was referring to Trump long before Musk and Twitter rebranded it as X. So is that what she was saying from that video? So was the video her saying that why should Trump why should Twitter be allowed to have Trump on if Facebook can't have him on? Is that what it is?
When I'm looking for the video, all I'm seeing is like within the last 24 hours, posts say a claim is false.
Right, but that is not what we were talking about, though. We were talking about something slightly different. Let me see if I can find it for you.
Does she want to shut down X? Elon
No.
Musk,
I'm not saying that she said she would shut it down. What I'm saying is that she was saying that why should Twitter not have to follow the same rules that are being followed by Facebook?
Right, what I typed in was Kamala Harris Twitter rules, so that's the videos that were popping up. And
Here, I'm sending it to you right now, Jamie. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, so I need to know what she's referring to here, but like, listen to this statement.
Yeah, I think this is from that.
Go ahead and play it. Let's see what it says.
Hold on.
So she's probably talking about Trump being on Twitter. Is that what it is?
So she was talking to Jake Tapper, so we'll see
right.
That's what this is.
That you can't say that you have one rule for Facebook and you have a different rule for Twitter. The same rule has to apply, which is that there has to be a responsibility that is placed on these social media sites to understand their power. They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people without any level of oversight or regulation. And that has to stop.
Okay, right away.
Bingo.
Yeah.
There's no way to
Bingo. That has to stop. That has to stop. That's what she said, right? So yeah, no, this is a perfect example. I'm so glad he pulled that clip up. I don't even need to say it. Like that's you literally just saw it. She just said, I want to regulate Twitter. Like there's no other clear way for her to say that. How else do you want her to say that, right? Let me know what you guys think about that specifically, that specific clip. Let me know what you think, because yeah, that's why you're getting a lot of pushback, right? You know, because she's taking it to the extreme. Now she's trying to regulate free speech platforms. And I think that is not the way to go. Now, I will say I get, with discretion, right? So I understand, her point in where she's saying in terms of not regulating it. I don't agree with that, but not letting anybody just do anything, right? I'm not saying that as well, but regulation, come on, that's out of here. We're not doing that. That's absolutely not. That's a free speech platform. And if you don't think Elon has systems in place to also protect people from certain things, then I don't know what to tell you either, right? Because I'm sure there's limits as well. It's not like everybody's just a free for all. No, but free speech is free speech. Back to the video.
Construe that.
What does that mean?
Oversight and regulation for free speech is ridiculous.
Yeah, totally.
Just that alone, there's no way to misconstrue that, right?
Mm-hmm.
What she was saying is what I was thinking she was saying. She was saying she wants government oversight and regulation for social media. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
It's crazy for anyone to want it, because if the only reason you want it, right, is because you agree with the ideological bent of the platform, wait until someone else is in charge of it, or wait until there's a different government in charge.
It's also saying that the very thing that Mark Zuckerberg regrets should be happening. Mm-hmm. Like, she's essentially saying, why should they have different rules for Facebook than they do for Twitter? Mm-hmm. Like, what rules? Like,
what rules?
We don't have rules. We have First Amendment rights of free speech.
I think it actually is even crazy that he's admitting that, Well, I mean, good for him, absolutely.
Trump said something pretty scary for him. He said that if he finds out that he interfered with the election, he's going to be in jail for the rest of his life.
That's pretty scary.
That's pretty fucking scary, because it's very likely that he might wind up being the president. And if he winds up being the president, they start investigating this stuff. If I was Mark Zuckerberg, I'd be pretty fucking freaked out by that statement, because it is election interference. For sure, whoever was running Twitter who gave in to the FBI's request to take down the Hunter Biden laptop story, they definitely interfered with the way people voted. Because if people found out that laptop was legitimate and all that stuff was true, there's a certain percentage, I don't know what the number is, but there's a certain percentage of people that were maybe on the fence, and that could have influenced their vote one way or another. And it could have given Trump fuel, because he could have been talking about it. See, I told you that this was real, and they've been lying. And it would also prove that Biden lied during the debates.
I don't understand how anybody didn't think it was real, though. Because Hunter never even denied. Like, he was there when all those people signed that letter. All those intelligence
51
people.
51 former intelligence agents.
51 signed it. Guess who didn't sign it? Hunter Biden. Right? That's what I thought from the. I was like, okay, if that was me, and someone was saying there was a laptop going around of me, doing all this shit, banging all these people on camera and smoking all these drugs, I'd be like, that I would be in, like, that was not me. I would be like, you know, that'd be pretty important for me to come out and say that.
If it happened today, you could claim it was AI. Easy.
Well, that's out there with everybody, me included, sadly.
Forever.
Yeah,
and not only that, it's going to change and get way more complex.
And there's nothing you can do about it, because you knock it down, it's like whack-a-mole. It's like, then there's another one, then there's another one.
There's nothing you can do about that. But that, you know, with all this stuff, this talk, like that, whatever she was saying right there is not what you want to hear from somebody.
No.
You don't want to hear they're going to censor social media.
They were talking specifically about Senator Warren talking about banning President Trump's account, and that was her response to it.
Yeah, but she was also talking about oversight. She talked about oversight very specifically and clearly.
Yeah, it has the quote right here.
Yeah.
And what's the rule that she's talking about?
The same rule should apply, which is there has to be a responsibility that is placed on these social media sites to understand their power. They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people without any level of oversight or regulation, and that has to stop. That's all you need to hear. Like, that right there is not something you want to hear from someone who respects the First Amendment. That's not how it's supposed to be.
Also, who's they?
Right.
It's just a collection of people.
Not only that, if you're talking about oversight and regulation, are you talking about the exact same people that were trying to get Twitter and successfully did get Twitter to take down the Hunter Biden laptop story and make it impossible to share that video, saying that it was misinformation when it was not? And if you don't do anything to correct and to hold people responsible that pushed out that misinformation, and no one's punished for it, and there's no retribution, there's no repercussions at all.
Right.
Like, what are you saying then? Then what are you saying? It's okay if your side says things that aren't true, and you can regulate in a way that's not based on fact.
Joe, that's exactly what she's saying and what they're saying. And it's not just her, right? 1,000%, 1,000,000%. Unfortunately. Right. That this is why all those Twitter accounts went down. Right. Obviously, including Trump's. Right. Elon came back and reinstated him. They were controlling. They were already. So what Kamala was talking about, they were already doing it. That's what a lot of people fail to realize. Like her saying there should be, it was already happening. It was already happening. Don't forget back in, you know, the cough days, right? When you would post something and they would fact check everything you said. And then if it wasn't according to what they agreed with, your reach would get limited. Right? You wouldn't have as much reach. Oh, no, we didn't forget. We didn't forget at all. Right? But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you headbutt this like button and kick the subscribe button for more. Until next time, peace.